Hello guys, right, I've got a bit of spare time. I'm just on my way out again shortly. I thought I'd make a video about what I'm watching. So as you know, we had the Euro blasted up this morning, like my favourite rocket GIF, and we'd had all this accumulation down here. So my thoughts are that, you know, they've flushed out all the buyers here, sellers rather, and you know they brought in the buyers, and now this is what you could call a pullback or profit taking, call it what you like. But and all I've done excuse me, is I just draw these ascending trend lines. I don't really rely on moving averages much. I like that hourly 8 EMA that you see on my charts, but I always do this just to be aware of where price might come back to. And we can clearly see, you know, when we talk about 5 swings, we always and Elliott Wave I know talks about ABCs and things like this. Well, you know, this could be your ABC, I suppose. I haven't studied Elliott Wave, so if I've got it wrong I apologize, but I've talked about 3 swings back. So if we get in here, it's highly likely that we may well get in too early. So always be aware of that. We're on a 30-minute chart. It probably looks totally different on a 15-minute chart. You could say there's 3 swings here now. But without worrying too much about swings and stuff like that, really all we have to do is draw our levels with candles. So if I clear all these lines down, because they're lines that I've drawn on here as a result of that potential big move up. Oh, these 2 lines were drawn ages ago, before here, H4 highs on the old chart, and we sorry, on the left hand side. And you know, we always expect resistance once broken to be tested as support, and I talked about support once broken gets tested as resistance. So this resistance now, it stands to reason when that H4 level was broken up here, it's highly likely it will come down. So we can get rid of these old levels here. And now if we draw the levels on this up move, in the same way that we would draw levels on here to actually trade short, which I categorically don't want to do at the moment, because A, we're not overextended, and B, and this is another important point as well, look what's happened here. We've got an RSI break and close. There's the bust up, here's the pullback, here's the break and close. Now, I'm not a great fan of the higher time frames, because you know the time taken to actually act on these break and closes can be ages, and I'm a scalper. I could have taken 5 trades in the time that say for example this H4 chart did its stuff. But having said that, so this is important to me anyway. Daily we can clearly see we get the same sort of scenario with the break and closes as well. That one there, up it went, happens a lot. That one there, massive daily pullback for a whole day, then some sort of continuation. Over here there's no doubt one as well. So I'm going slightly off topic, but you know, back on topic, we have to take our lead from the higher time frames, and we also have to be very aware of what's going on the lower time frames as well. So M15 now, as I say, I've got my ascending trend lines in place. I've got my what's the word, common sense in place. Got my H4 test of resistance that I expected. Now you could have potentially traded down to that level. We have other very important levels to enable us to build a picture now of what price may do, which is our ultimate high. It is higher than that red one. So we've got a penultimate scenario going on here as well, which has to be these 2 candles now, because we couldn't trade a break of this low without trading straight into that one. But if you look at this, you can just see how price reacts to these levels as well. So it's bounced off this one, clearly, M15 reversal level. This will actually be the M30 reversal level, more than likely. I don't know that for sure, but we can stick that on there. And price has bounced off the H4 or M30 as well. Then we can draw an H1 reversal level on there, which is way back here. But before we could get to that H1 reversal level, we'd have to get through all of this resistance that is potentially going to act as support. All of these levels have some sort of importance. So in order to go long now, I have all these levels in place that I can use as indicators as to where price will go. So M30, let's get rid of that thing there for the moment. There. So that is my reversal level long. H1, might as well put that on as well. This will have snapped back because it's an indicator. Whoops, just need to move that off to check what yeah, so that's the H1. Now we categorically don't need to close above those in order to go long, because we have not reversed against them, and that may be something that you've not picked up from some of my previous videos. We can use lower time frames to go long, providing they're not out of alignment. So this isn't out of alignment, we haven't closed below that M30. M15 isn't out of alignment because we haven't closed below those two levels there. So I mean, this is where you learn about price action. You just draw these levels on and watch price react to them, and if you're anything like me, you'd be fascinated by that whole situation. So this is why I'm being ultra careful about considering going long again on the euro. I can't categorically consider going short until we get a trigger or we're outside of the ADR. And as you can see now, this is potentially doing that pullback further, the ABC of the Elliott wave, I think that is, or, oops, mouse is playing up, 1, 2, well, you can see it on the line chart better, swing 1, 2, 3, now it could go 4, but I wouldn't expect it to do 5 down that way. What I would expect it to do is bounce off all of this resistance we talked about here. This is old resistance acting as potential new support going on here. So that's it, guys. Once again, always watching the RSI before we consider entering. Don't want to enter against the RSI color, so if this is closed red here, I would want to see green again on the M30. So it all is just a waiting game when you're considering getting back into trends. As you can see now, we've actually got a RSI histo alert to the downside, push the burst and the break and close. That's why again it's continuing down, but I'm not interested in trading against the trend, as it were. We can clearly see massive uptrend. You can get in little scalps here and there and everywhere if you're desperate, but what I suggest all the time is don't hunt for trades, wait for trades. That's why I miss multiple trades all day long, because I'm either out or I'm not even bothered. I'm not flicking through currency pairs all day long. I take my lead from the higher time frames, I take my lead from support and resistance levels, I take my lead from, as I said, the higher time frames on the histo. I take my lead from this thing, oops, over here, just double checking every time. And I'm not sat in front of the charts all day long. I've actually earned my money for the day to day. Everything else is just a bonus. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.